Maryland has maybe been my most requested state for the license plate map. Probably because it'll be such a hard shape to cut up, but I've got to do it sometime, so here we go. The first ever car registration in Maryland happened in Easton on May 28, 1904, and while there were a few inconsistent years of homemade pre-state license plates in Maryland, standardized government-issued plates eventually got started there in 1910. Many of those earliest issues were made out of fragile porcelain enamel, but they switched to steel by 1915. The 1940s were the only time Maryland ever really used a license plate slogan, "Drive carefully," but that disappeared by 1948, which is when Maryland started an ambitious 40-year run of producing some of the most boring license plates in the country. No graphics, no slogan, nothing. Things finally improved in the late 80s though, which is when Maryland started putting a state crest in the middle of the registration as a sort of number separator, and that type, which also had a web address at the bottom towards the end of that run, lasted until 2010. That year, a proper fully graphic standard plate was launched to commemorate the 200th anniversary of the Star-Spangled Banner, and while that type went out of print in 2018, it was still making headlines as late as 2023, which is when a Filipino gambling website bought the domain on the plates after the state let it lapse. So all you states that put a tacky URL on your license plates, let that be a lesson to you. Finally, the current series that I'm cutting up for the license plate map here debuted in 2017, overlapping with the Fort McHenry base for a couple years, but now it's the only standard issue plate in the state. As predicted, Maryland was a challenge to cut up, but I'm very happy I focused on the colorful part of the plate with the state flag rather than the state name. But now that Maryland's done, let me know in the comments where I should do next.